Hi Gemini, welcome to your mid-July general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi Crosswatchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Gemini. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Gemini and crosswatchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy for you guys, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Gemini. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to talk to you about in regards to your love life, what is happening, unfolding that Spirit wants to show you, tell you about. And with this reading in particular, I'm tuning into an energy that's in or around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single, taken, whether you're together or apart from this person, who's coming through for your reading and why. So we have separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So time is relative. This could be someone you're in separation with currently or someone that maybe it's about to break it off. Let's pull some more cards to dive deeper though. Tell me more. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yeah, I feel like you're breaking it off, Gemini. I feel even if this was done to you, I just want to tell you, closed doors really are protection from things that are not meant to be. There are things that are not meant to be yours in particular. And I just want to say that this unrequited love, it's almost like someone's gotten bored with the connection. Someone doesn't feel fulfilled enough. Like I'm seeing 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups types of vibes. So Cancer energy, Pisces energy, you could have that in your chart. You could be dealing with one of those signs. But yeah, I just feel that there's something about this that needs to come to an end, and to accept that ending, not as something that you failed at or that, I don't know, it's easier said than done to say like you shouldn't be hurt over, but I do feel the door closing is for a reason. And some of you very well know why. It's like, yeah, I get it. I need to end this for my own good. And you may be the one that is putting a break to it. Because here we now have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, Gemini, there may be someone, because, okay, I even look at this picture here of the guy kissing the hand of the woman trying to woo her. Like there may be someone that is still trying to keep this going, but enough is kind of what I'm hearing. The letter Q is sticking out to me, which means someone's first, middle, last initial, or someone could have Q in their name, as in Quinn. But yeah, Gemini, I gotta say, like, Spirit, your spirit team wants you to know that if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a separation, it really is for the best, because I feel there were a ton of red flags around this person, around this situation. I'm hearing something about a phone. Maybe you saw something in their phone that was suspicious, text messages. The accounts they were following on social media were not really appropriate. Like, you know, people who they were probably flirting with online, trying to get the attention of. Or just, yeah, if it's not even about cheating per se, it's just something wasn't adding up, something was just not working. And I feel you're at this period of time where it's meant to fall apart. I do feel there's one energy that I'm feeling that it's really hard to accept that, whether that's you or the other person. but someone who is still trying to make something work with the same tactics and the same way and the same being because they refuse to change. I think that's what's leading up to this, Gemini. And that this was bound to happen, kind of. I do feel someone's unhappy overall with the way things have been the last few months, and the situation hasn't gone better. And I do have to say, for some of you, you're definitely dealing with a player, a playette energy. There's someone that was inconsistent, kept on giving you false promises, false hopes. And those were the red flags that I think at the beginning were hard to see, but now you see very clearly here. All right, let's go into it with the tarot. With the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection that they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Gemini? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? Wow, yeah, we have 2 10s here. You could be seeing the number synchronicity 1010, or just like your birthday's June 10th, or 10 means something to you on a very specific level, but that's a huge indicator of cycles closing out or needing to close out. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or someone with strong Scorpio in their chart. Someone was sending mixed signals, mixed signs for a reason. They didn't want to give you an answer, Gemini, because they didn't know what they wanted. They didn't know if they wanted you around. They didn't know if they wanted to be away from you. They probably tried to like play both sides. Like, all right, when I'm, trying to be alone in my playette era, I'll put Gemini on pause, but there's something that Gemini gives me that fulfills me, that fulfills my needs, maybe emotionally, maybe sexually. And when I need that, I'll make sure they're on the waiting list. It kind of feels like. I wonder if someone works at a restaurant or is in the restaurant business. I'm kind of seeing that, but yeah, it really confused you, Gemini, and I think that was a part of their tactics for a long time, is to not give you a solid answer, not to give you a clear answer, because maybe that would give you the initiative to break it off. So I do feel you're coming out of this confusion, though. The more they're not doing or not doing enough of is making the answer a lot more clearer for you. And, with the 7 of Cups, I do feel emotional and manipulation. So they knew what emotions to put about, which you may have felt like they were just using against you, not really feeling, but making you feel bad about guessing this or guessing their intentions. I definitely feel you've been on an emotional roller coaster with this person, and that's got to stop because it's keeping you stuck, Gemini. And I think you're done trying to figure it out. If they're not giving you a clear enough answer to give you the clarity, you don't want it. Or at least you shouldn't want it. And I think that is what you're working towards. Now, how they feel about you is the 10 of Cups, but don't get it twisted. This is 10 of Cups, upright, the usual of what we see. And this is kind of like the reverse edition or a deeper side to it. And Gemini, I feel Spirit wants to mainly focus on you and your feelings, but we'll do both. So for how they feel, Gemini, again, like they don't want the partnership. They're not ready for the commitment. They don't want to zero in and focus on an emotional bond that could build something into long term. But they want you around just in case. I hate to say it that way, but that's how it feels. And I want to be fully honest with you with the energies I'm seeing here. But it's like with this 10 of Cups, like they really do think that they could put all this on hold. And you give them enough fulfillment to where they come back. But I think this person, again, they just are not in the period of their life right now where they're looking for a partnership, where they're looking for devotion. And they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket. but you are someone that they feel close to. You are someone that they feel has like some sort of emotional experience with. But I think that could also be the thing that scares them too. They don't like to get feelings involved. They don't like to get emotionally invested. And that's where I see like them for a while being in and out of your life with this separation thing. So yeah, Gemini, I just think like with this 10 of Cups and the direction that they're putting it in, it's like, I want Gemini in my life, but I don't want it in the way that maybe Gemini sees it or Gemini wants it to be. And instead of just telling you that, they walk around it. They give you that hope. They give you that feeling, or at least the promise of, but never really actually fulfilling it. It's always like a distant dream. And that's maybe how you felt with this person and starting to realize that. And you do want your 10 of Cups. You do want someone that would give just as much love as you're willing to give, that will reciprocate, that you can trust. This person is definitely emotionally unavailable. When you need them, they're not there. What they think about you, think about the situation, is the 8 of Swords. Gemini energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Gemini or someone with strong Gemini in their chart. Yeah, someone's trying to find a way out of this. Someone has felt like they've been stuck. And maybe even someone's mind from time to time still wanders back to this person, back to what happened with this person. And they can't seem to mentally let this person go. And they've been trying to cut the cords, trying to move on. But I think the thing that bothers someone the most of why they don't have, why they haven't been able to break free from it is because there hasn't been closure. There hasn't been a reason or an understanding of the whole experience. But this feels karmic. I have to say, there has been some karma tied to this situation. And I do believe, Gemini, that it was not meant to make you discouraged in love. It wasn't make you to feel unlovable, but it was make you to realize that when you need to start seeing the red flags, despite what they tell you, despite what they assure you, to know the truth, to break free from situations that put you in this place. Yeah, I just feel like someone feels like they've been played. And I think during that, there was a recent experience where you really needed someone to be there. I don't know if you were going through something tough, a loss of a friendship, a loss, like a fight with a family member, or some hard things with your job, and they just couldn't even give you a conversation. They wouldn't even reply or respond back. And I think that was the final straw for you. And I do think, like, if you had like intuitive nudges, I don't think you're usually the type to like spy on people or go through their phone, but you had some sort of nudge towards it in a specific way and you found something. And I do feel that was spirit nudging you to look at that. And even some of you felt like you had to get out of character to find out. You did the detective work and you got your answer. Maybe it wasn't the answer you were hoping for, but the answer you needed to see. Or you may have heard it through a friend, a family member that knew this person, and they filled you in on something. And they're upset you found out. What they like the most about you is the 9 of Wands. Sagittarius energy. You could have Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon. But yeah, you're strong, Gemini. You are someone that has been through a lot in life, but you have a warrior spirit. You have a fighter spirit. And I do feel as if someone sees that you've been through a lot, and I hate to say it, but I almost feel as if like they saw that injured side to yourself as an opportunity to get what they want. Someone could be a doctor, a nurse, a healer, yeah, you know, I'm not a psychologist by any means. I don't diagnose anything. I don't have the authority to do so. But, you know, I forget which other sign I mentioned this for, but it does definitely feels that like narcissistic empath playoff. But they may have seen that you were vulnerable. They may have seen that you were looking for love in some sort of matter, or didn't want to be alone, or whatever they saw the opportunity of, and they went for it. But I don't think they're seeing what they created out of that. You know, I'm hearing that song by Fighter by Christina Aguilera, like pretty much thanking the person for putting them through hell because it made them wiser, stronger, more discerning. Someone could also be a veteran as well. But what they don't like about you, Gemini, is the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. So with this Queen of Cups energy, you could start or always have had the gift of intuition, psychic abilities. And again, like some of you had a hunch about this person, had suspicions of this person. You're very connected to spirit, and spirit tried to send you the signs of this. But I think your intuition was a little bit numbed out in a sense, whether this person said all the right things to make you second guess your intuition, or you just really hoped that wasn't the case. So many times we get like signals from our intuition, but we don't want to overreact. We don't want to go out, you know, against someone without proof, without evidence, despite how we feel. I do feel, Gemini, they may have accused you of being like too sensitive, too emotional, when I don't think you were asking for that much. If this was like the Queen of Cups, like in reverse, yeah, I think you would be emotionally clingy or needy, but this is the Queen of Cups in the upright. So in some respect, I think they really did view you as a good person, and that made them feel, maybe a part of them, a bit guilty of what they were doing. But did it make them feel guilty enough to just admit the truth, or to come forward and to tell them or tell you their true intentions? I don't think so. But yeah, Gemini, I think you really sense it now. I think you are really starting to see that your intuition was leading you to kind of really take off the rose-colored glasses and see this person as they are. And I think that is what you've become awakened to. That's what you sense. That's how you feel. And I think now you're kind of deciding where else to look for your Ten of Cups, where else to look for your fulfillment and happiness. And maybe now that you've discovered this or become awakened to this, you're not as easily persuaded, you're not as easily convinced. What they like the most about this connection is the Page of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Someone could be a lot younger in the connection, or just it's referring to the immaturity, especially when it comes to communication. For a while, maybe they felt like they could just give you little information and you would trust it, that you didn't pressure them into responding as quickly. Because again, Geminis don't need like a ton of emotional attention, but when you're sucked dry from it, that's where you'll kind of think something's wrong. But I think you did give this person space out of respect. You tried to, you know, respect their boundaries, but they were able to go off and do what they wanted, or they think they could do what they want and still have you. I feel with this Page of Swords, there were secrets for a while that they could have kept away from you. And I feel with this Page of Swords too, I don't know, maybe like if you ever did get suspicious or ever get kind of like, I don't think they like me, and you tried to confront them, they would always avoid it. And that worked for a while up until a certain point. But I think you kind of got tired of the lack of communication. You got tired of the uncertainty. But I do feel this person does like the silent treatment or ghosting as a means to kind of regain control. but that's not working anymore. I'm seeing someone that likes to be in their pajamas. Maybe someone works from home and that's why they get to wear what they want at the house, but I'm also seeing like socks and sandals too. I don't know why Spirit's giving me clothing as confirmation, but it may be for someone out there. What they don't like about this connection is the Ten of Pentacles. Virgo energy. Yeah, so again, like they don't like to feel pressured or the need to be in a committed relationship. They're not looking for anything serious. But specifically for some of you, I do feel as if you've let in some of your friends and family members on what's going on, and they don't like this YouTube person or whoever you're dealing with who's coming into your love life and your reading right now. I think they are giving you advice on what to do. They feel protective of you, Gemini, your friends and your family members. Particularly, I feel like a father figure of yours. You know, whether that's an uncle, a brother, a dad, right? And they don't like to see the pain that this person's put you through. But again, I don't know if you guys know each other's families that well, close friends that well, but they get the sense now that your inner circle does not like them, is not accepting of them. But for most of you generally, yeah, I get that sense of the pressure to be in a relationship, the pressure to commit that you may put on after being so tired of waiting it out. But I mean, even if they try to convince you to come back, like I feel for some of you with this unrequited love card where this man's kissing the woman's hand to see if that would change anything, they may be afraid that you're not even taking this seriously anymore. I'm literally hearing what's done is done. I don't know if you said that to them, they said that to you, you texted that. Highest hopes is the Two of Swords. Libra energy. So this is like the Two of Swords in reverse, right? This is the upright. With it in this position, that if you're going in no contact, if you've blocked their number, if you block their social media, it's only temporary. That you're just pissed at whatever you found out. You're just pissed because they didn't give in. But when your tempers are cooled, when your mind is right, you'll start to open up again. They can go back into the on again era that they go in with you and it's on and off like it is. They're hoping that you're not as mad as they're fearing it to be. But yeah, that this no communication or this separation or you just like pulling away is not going to last forever. And if they're the ones not talking to you, Gemini, then I feel like they're just trying to avoid rejection. They're trying to avoid confrontation. And right now they think until like the tension cools off, when it loosens up a bit, that would be the right time to come back. But they're staying away because they may know you're annoyed, they may know you're upset, or they may know you're pissed. Deepest fears is the Nine of Pentacles. So Virgo energy, there are also two nines here. So 9 is the last step before 10, where it's like the realizations of, you know, how far someone's been, how much someone's been through, the tools and the resources to get to that final step. You could have your birthday on June 9th, June 19th, perhaps May 29th for some of you guys. And here's that like fighter song by Christina Aguilera again, that you're actually going to come out on top, Gemini. That you will be out of this situation when you're the phoenix rising from the ashes, the person they should have never treated that way. They should have never taken for granted. Because I think, you know, after this, when you're purging this energy, when you're really kind of letting it go, closing that door, or let that closed door be shut for good, whether that was in your control or not, to not let it downplay or stifle the success that you are meant to come into. Because I do feel they even know that if you were to recognize your own power, that you can get to the top and you can have anyone that you really want. You are a catch. You are someone anyone would be lucky to have. But due to their own immaturity, their own insecurity, their own doubts, they don't want to see that with anyone, not just you. And Gemini, like, if your fear is that they want to be single, they don't want this, and you feel like all of this is for naught, truly, I feel Spirit is sending you this message or is clarifying or confirming for you that this ending is actually for the best for you. Even if you may feel devastated, even if you feel hurt, like, if you were to stay in this energy of unrequited love, red flags everywhere, like, it would prevent you from your own growth. And Spirit wants to push you further than being complacent in something that you're not happy in, because you deserve it all. All right, Gemini, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the upcoming weeks that you need to be aware of, what are they going to do, what's going down, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card to show you the likely outcome, just pull some more tarot and oracle cards to dive deeper into this. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find a link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Gemini, I really hope that this reading resonated with you, or at least gave you the confirmation, clarity, insight, healing, guidance that you're looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.